How you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on? Ugh. What's up, my people? Dogg Anti-Imperial to chill. So it's Dogg Anti-Imperial to chill here, right? Three names. That's my artist name, Dogg Anti-Imperial to chill. First name is Dogg. Dogg is kind of like the kind of crazy, funny, sexually explicit guy and things like that. That's Dogg. Anti-Imperial. Anti-Imperial is the center because it's more of who I truly am. Anti-Imperial is all about history, politics, social issues, religion, psychology, sociology, physiology, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. And the chill is the last name. The chill is all about, he's a hopeless romantic, all about love, falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. So that's what that is. What's going on, Scott? How you doing? It's all good. We call this Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday night, and that is 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken. Every day I do a daily historical post. If you guys ever get bored on your day, beautiful Jewel, what's going on, sister? If you guys would get bored throughout your day, you can go ahead and look at my daily historical posts and see what happened on that day going back decades, hundreds of years, or even thousands of years. That is my daily historical post. You can follow me on Instagram. This is Instagram Live, but this will also be uploaded on YouTube. And I will be posting this on Instagram at a later date also. And on Instagram, you guys can follow me at anti_imperial, anti_imperial. What's going on? What's going on? Who's that? Who's that? Leonard Torres. What's going on? It's all good. What's going on, MJ? How you doing, beautiful sister? It's all good. It's all good. But you can follow me anti_imperial. So on Instagram it will be anti_. There'll be a little underscore right here. Anti_imperial on Instagram. On YouTube, as you see, it's just anti-imperial with a space in between. Instagram _YouTube space. Instagram _YouTube space. That's how we do it. And anti-space imperial YouTube, anti_imperial on Instagram. The easiest way to follow me on YouTube is to go to my Instagram. For you guys who do have me on Instagram, go to my Instagram bio page. You guys know we all get that Instagram bio page. And on our Instagram bio page, we all get that one line that we have there for our link. And that link will always be my latest video. So if you go to that link, it will always be a YouTube video, my latest YouTube video. If you go to that link, click that link, that YouTube video, the latest video will come up. And when it comes up, you can just hit that subscribe button right there on that link when it comes up. Right now, the Lord's Blessing video is out. The lyric video for the Lord's Blessing is out. What's going on, Adam Mowers? How you doing? It's all good. So if you guys haven't seen that, hopefully you guys go and see that Lord's Blessing lyric video. It's a really pretty video, pretty lyrics and things like that. I spent a lot of time on that beat and making that song, so I appreciate that. It's all good. Ooh, snowing there, MJ. Look at that. What's going on, Ashley Elizabeth? I see you. It's all good. Snowing there. Uh-oh. Woo. Yeah, it's about getting about that time. If you live in the northern hemisphere of the world, then you're about to go through, the winter months. Definitely. So that'd be everybody in the United States, because everybody in the United States is north of the equator. Therefore, you live in the northern hemisphere. You see how that works for everybody out there? I remember when I was young. What's going on? What's going on, Tweety Pie? How you doing? What's going on? It's all good, sister. 42.99. I remember when I was young. Like a little kid, like elementary school, when I first realized how that worked out, it blew my mind. When I first realized why, like, because of the tilt of the earth, why, or the tilt of the earth and the evolution as far as like where the earth is in rotation around the sun, why is it that, you have those changing of the seasons, or why is it that, some people are cold when other people are hot? And I'm like, man, that tilting of the earth makes that much difference, right? So that's crazy that, like, if the sun's here and the earth is the earth is in the natural tilt, and like the sun's here, if the earth is on this side and, it's on the tilt, then, this side right here that's closer is getting more sun. So this side is in summertime and this side is in winter because the sun's here, and like the rays, like just this much from like the rays having to go this far compared to their rays having to go this far is the difference between like winter and summer. You know what I'm saying? But then like as the earth circles the rotation, circles the sun, the evolution, you know, the tilt stays the same. You see what I'm saying? The tilt stays the same. So then when it gets back here, then, well, I'm doing it backwards, but when it gets back here, this way, the northern hemisphere now is further away from the sun. So now the north will be in wintertime and the south down here is closer to the sun. So the south will be in summertime. And then when the rotation comes back around again, you know what I'm saying, back around again, and then we're back to the other side again. So now the north is in summertime because the sun's closer to the north, to the northern hemisphere. And north is in summertime because the tilt stays the same. And then another year, half a year goes by, and boom. Then now the north is in wintertime because the north is further away from the sun. Now the south is, the southern hemisphere is closer to the sun, so the southern hemisphere will be in summertime while the northern hemisphere will be in wintertime because it's a longer distance for the rays to reach. The world is an interesting thing. So it's all good. But that blows my mind, but you know, it's all good, man. But if you ever take a look at you know, for those of you guys who, because sometimes that type of stuff is like kind of weird to like kind of realize because the earth does, and today's episode is not about the earth rotation. It's just, how many times I gotta tell y'all I'm a nerd and a dork? So stuff like this like interests me, and I go on nerd and dork tangents when I talk, y'all. Y'all know me by now. I go on nerd and dork tangents. So y'all can't get me talking about any type of information, educational, because I'll go wild with it and just keep talking and talking and talking. We'll get to tonight's stuff in a second, but just hold on for a second. Hold on 1 second. I'm doing very good. I'm doing very good, Tweety Pie, and that's very good to see you. She said that's the type of stuff that keeps me up at night. I feel you, sister. I love this stuff, though. It's all good. What's going on, Emma? How you doing? It's all good. I love it too, Tweety Pie. It's all good. But man, yeah, so it's really confusing because the earth does like multiple things. So here's the sun. So you have the tilt you have to think about, right? And then you have the revolution, I should say. I was going to say rotation, but you have the revolution of it actually traveling around the sun, and that's what gives us our year. So the revolution or evolution of the earth gives us our year. That's the travel, you know, around the sun. The tilt gives us the winter and the summer, along with the revolution, the travel. So the tilt and the travel gives us the winter, gives us the seasons, the winter, summer, spring, fall, because depending on like how close or further away like you are from the sun's rays. The evolution or revolution gives us the year, because from here to go all the way around the earth, come back all the way around the earth, that's the 365 days. That's what gives us the year, is the travel around from this spot around and back to this spot again. That's the year. That's the 365 days. And then while it's tilting and while it's traveling around, it's also daily doing its spin. So its personal spin is the 24 hours. That's the 1 day. So in 1 day, it's like, if it starts here, it spins a whole time around 24 hours back to this original position while it's tilted, and it's slowly moving around to try to get that year in. So 24 hours a day, 1 day. The tilt gives us the seasons, if it's hot or cold, and then the slow spin around the sun gives us the year. So the earth does a lot of things at the same time, y'all. It's all good. 365 days a year. It's all good. What's going on? How you doing? Who's that? IC Master Barber? What's up? What's going on? Superstar 617, aka Sonya. It's all good. And Interstellar Traveler, what's going on? But yes, but definitely the earth is a very interesting thing, and the world itself is beautiful, Emma. I definitely agree. So tonight we're going to finish up what we started off last time, you guys. And I'm going to go over quickly what we started last time. And then we'll finish it up today. So I have a plethora of notes here. Oh Lord, a plethora of notes. I've been doing a lot of writing, you guys. I've been doing a lot of writing, but it's all good. So this is what we went over last time. So what we were talking about was characteristics, because what I said was people DM me all the time. You guys know I always say this. I get like 25, 30 a day. I try to get to everybody. If I haven't gotten back to you, for you guys out there in the past couple of days or a few days that have DM'd me, I'm getting to them. I promise I will be there. Wisdom P, what's going on? How you doing? So just bear with me. I will get to all of the DMs. I promise. It's all good. You're a listener like me because of my Tweety Pie. I've said a million times. I'm super ADHD. Also, I'm super ADHD, super OCD. So that's what that is. Interstellar Traveler says, I'm watching The Masked Singer and listening to you. What a combination. I mean, how can you beat that? How can you beat that? Watching me, Masked Singer. Come on, man. I mean, what you gonna do, right? Come on, Interstellar Traveler. You got it going on, sister. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm done for the night. Well, I can't be done for the night, but it's all good. Dina Rodriguez, what's going on, Dina Rodriguez? Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's all good. Good to see you. Good to see you, sister. All right, so a lot of people DM me and they were like, look, they like, the stuff I've done, in the past and things like that, the Diversity Outspoken episodes we've had about relationships and things like that or whatever. So they said, what should I look for in a person? Like, what's an ideal person to be in a relationship with? It's all good. It's all good. I'm doing good, better now. Well, it's good that you're doing better now, Wisdom P. It's all good. Good to have you here. I'm doing better because you're here. You know what I mean? It's all good. Interstellar Traveler says she's a multitasker. Definitely a multitasker, Interstellar Traveler. Me, you know what I mean? The Masked Singer. What else you going to do? It's all good, man. 2, 3 things at once. Interstellar Traveler, you can do 9, 10 things at once. I already know. Robbie Joe 305, the one and only. You know what I'm saying? Man, the man with the plan. What's going on, my brother? It's all good. So people have been DMing me. They're like, what is an ideal character that I should have in like a partner, a life partner? What are the ideal characteristics that I should look for? So I said, whew, y'all putting me through some work. What's going on? What's going on, Jodo147? What's going on, TC? What's up, TC33? So I said, okay. I said, you know what I'll do? I'll get my notes together. So I wrote a bunch of notes, and this is what I came up with. The other day we went over a bunch. So we went over, I have a list. It's kind of like a list of like 7, 8 things. The other day I think we went over like 4. So yeah, we went over 4 the other day. So today we'll be finishing up that list. So I'm going to quickly go over the 4 that we went over the other day, right? So I'm going to read this because I have it written down on my list. Have my list written down, have it written out, and so I'm going to read this kind of verbatim and paraphrase my own phrases. I'm paraphrase myself because I'm crazy. ADHD, OCD, you all know what it is, and a nerd. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Who's that? What's going on? GG400 Silva, I see you. So the first one I came up with was maturity. So I said that maturity is the first thing you need to look for in somebody who will be an ideal, a characteristic. That's a characteristic in an ideal partner. Somebody who is mature. And when I said maturity, I wasn't talking about maturity as far as, oh, well, you know what? You need to grow up and act like a grown adult necessarily. But I was talking about maturity as far as mental maturity, emotional maturity, verbal maturity, and things like that. So it goes beyond just like, you're a guy, you need to, stop, smashing beers on your head like a college student. You know what I'm saying? Smashing beer cans on your head. Hey, go, chug. Ah! You know what I'm saying? Like you see the college movies. Like, I'm not talking about that type of maturity. What's going on, Lyles Leonard? I see you. I was talking about more maturity as far as like verbal maturity. Knowing how to talk to your partner, emotional maturity, knowing how to, without getting into today, be empathetic, mental maturity, you know what I'm saying, knowing how to act and react in an adult conversation, mental maturity, and things like that. So that's the type of maturity I was talking about when I was talking the other day. The second thing I went through was openness. Openness was the second thing. I said that the ideal partner is open, undefended, and willing to be vulnerable. No human being is perfect, so finding someone who is approachable and receptive to feedback can be a huge asset to a lasting union. I said that also, right? Huge asset to a lasting union. Appreciate it. Thumbs up, Lives Leonard. I see you. Robbie Joe said, big facts. Maturity is key. Maturity is definitely key, man. Definitely key. Emma said, OMG, you just made my day. You just made my day. I appreciate that. It's all good. I appreciate that. What's going on, Vanya Cruz? I see you. Loudon says, this is so true, though. Hey, Loudon, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you already know, my brother. I'm with you. It's all good. So definitely maturity was the first one. Second one was openness. Like I was saying, the ideal partner is open, undefended, and willing to be vulnerable. Okay, I said no human being is perfect, so finding someone who is approachable and receptive to feedback can be a huge asset to a lasting union. When someone is free-thinking and open-minded, it enables them to be forthright in expressing feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires. Okay, when you're open-minded, you will be able to open your heart and open yourself to be able to express yourself when it comes to your feelings, your thoughts, your dreams, and desires. And that is important because your partner should know your feelings, your thoughts, your dreams, and desires. They should know, your thought process and things like that. But you have to be open and willing to have an open and free conversation so that they can find out those things. You can't be the type of person that's really closed off, no communication and things like that, but then you expect your partner to know everything about you, to know your likes, your dislikes, your wants, your needs. That's like, when you're not open, and then when they do something that you don't like, you're like, you start breathing heavy. You know what I'm saying? They do something you don't like, you're like, try to give your hints that you didn't like it, and your partner's looking at you like, the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And you're like, because they did something you didn't like. But if you weren't open and you didn't communicate your feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires, well then how the hell are they supposed to know what you like or don't like? How are they supposed to know what your priorities are in life, what your dreams are in life, what your feelings are in life, what your desires are in life? How are they supposed to know what you want to do? How are they supposed to know if you don't communicate to them, but then when they do something, you get upset like they were supposed to know? Like, man, we just supposed to know, right? Right? So just make sure, man, you're open. You got to be open, you guys. So ideal partner is definitely mature, mentally, verbally, emotionally, and the ideal partner is definitely open, you guys. You got to be open, all right? Got to be open. TC33 laughing. It's all good. I see you, TC33. Loud is also laughing. He said, yes, you is not lying. I appreciate it, Loud Leonard. Interstellar Traveler says, very true. Thank you very much, sis. I appreciate that. Tweety Pie says, what if I'm stubborn and spoiled? I get pissy if I don't get my way. I have no problem expressing my feelings, but sometimes it comes off as mean. Well, all right. Well, let me just say this. If you are stubborn and spoiled, then that is something that, let's say, now there's two sides to that, right? So if you're stubborn and you're spoiled, you can work on that in yourself. Okay, you can say, okay, you know what? For my relationship, it's not the best thing for me to be stubborn or spoiled. So let me work on this myself, right? And then you need to be open, right, to communicate to your partner, look, I'm just going to tell you from the beginning, like, everybody has flaws and everybody has their good sides and bad sides. My bad side is that, I'm really kind of spoiled and I'm really kind of stubborn, And because the first thing, though, Tweety Pie, is that it's good that you recognize that. Because it would be a problem if you were stubborn and you were spoiled, and then like you're starting to act like that, and your partner's like, babe, like you're pretty stubborn and you're kind of spoiled, and you're kind of spoiled, and you're like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. right? Because then you're not self-aware. So at least like the first part of the battle is already done. Like you're self-aware. You see that you are, right? You know that you're pretty stubborn. You're pretty spoiled. That is good. That is good that you're self-aware and that you realize that. And then you need to communicate that. You still need to be open and communicate that to your partner when you first meet them. When you first meet them and you guys are going out to dinner and having those first conversations, you need to be like, look, like there's something that I need you to know about me. All right? Like you just tell them straight out, look, I'm pretty spoiled and I'm stubborn. So, if I don't get my way, da 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 da. And then they'll probably at first laugh it off. They might, haha, okay, but at least you told them, right? So then when they first start to see it, they can then choose to say, look, this is too much for me. This is not what I expected. I heard you, but I didn't expect this. Or they can choose to be like, well, you know what? The way I feel about you, I'll take this also. I can accept this. I can work with this. So it's just they can look at it either way. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the first part of the battle is one, which is at least you're self-aware of that. Then the second part of the battle is two things. You can either work to fix it within yourself, or if you feel like, you know what, that's just me, I'm not going to fix it, then you need to really let your partner know, look, this is how I am. I'm not changing. Can you deal with it or not? And it's up to them if they want to stay with you or not. And that's just basically the way that goes. What's going on? Afink, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. What's going on? What's up? It's all good. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Definitely. Good to see you. Good to see y'all. All y'all out there. All my sisters and brothers. And Tweety Pot said they'd be like, oh hell nah. Hey, well that's at least you're honest with them, and it's up to them to to say whether they want to stay around or not, right? The next thing I went through was honesty and integrity. So to build a so characteristics that you want to look for in an ideal person is honesty. Maturity was the first one. Openness was the second one. This one is honesty and integrity. And so I started to say, turn my notes over. I started to say, the ideal partner realizes the importance of honesty in a close relationship. Honesty builds trust between people. Dishonesty confuses the other person, betraying their vulnerability and shattering their sense of reality. That is extremely important, you guys. When you lie to somebody, you betray their trust. Not only do you betray their trust, but you shatter their world, you guys, when you lie to them. When you're not honest to somebody, you shatter their world, because what was real for them all of a sudden becomes not real for them anymore. And that is terrible. This is very important. If you are not honest with somebody, that is terrible. This may be one of the worst things, period, that you can do in a relationship, is the honesty factor, being dishonest. It's terrible, because when you lie to somebody, let's say if I'm together with you and we're in a relationship, right? And let's say if I'm cheating on you and I'm lying to you. But I'm telling you, and we're together for years, right? And I'm telling you, I love you, you're the dream you're my dream, you know what I'm saying? You're everything to me, da da da. I'm laying in bed with you. We're spooning. I'm holding you at nighttime. We're on the sofa watching TV, laughing. We're going to the movies and things like that. And I'm letting you know that you're my everything. But at the same time, I'm cheating on you and I'm lying to you. That will shatter your entire world, because then you look up and you're like, when you find out, you're like, so every time Omar that you told me, because Old Dogg Anti-Imperial, my real name is Omar, right? Every time Omar that you told me you loved me, like, how do I even know if that was real or not? Like, how do I even know if the years that we've lived together were true or not? Like, so then how do I even know that the life that I've lived with you for the past 5, 6, 10, 12, 20 years, how do I even know that that was my real life? Because everything that you made me feel within this life we had together was all a lie, because you were cheating on me the entire time. and you were lying to me the entire time. So was our whole thing based off of lies, right? And so when you do that, and Beautiful Jewel says yes, and Tweety Pie says facts. I appreciate it. Pink Lips Lucky, what's going on? I see you. 23, I see you. What's going on? What's up, Logan? But so honesty is such an important thing, man, because when you lie to somebody like that, you shatter their entire reality. You shatter their entire world. I mean, it's kind of like if after it's over, you'll make somebody. You'll hurt their self-esteem, okay? You'll hurt them because if you're cheating on them and you're lying to them and things like that, you have them being like, well, dang, like I thought I was the perfect man or perfect woman, because they were, Omar was telling me I was the perfect man or perfect woman the entire time we were together. So, but he was lying to me. So I wasn't the perfect man or the perfect woman that he was telling me. He didn't love me the way that he was saying that he was. So maybe all this self-confidence that I had in this relationship being with Omar, maybe like it was a lie. Maybe I'm not that good of a person. Maybe I'm not that good of a lover. He said that I was his best sexual partner. Maybe that's a lie. So now you're messing up the person. What's up, Tweety Pie says, oh my God, that's terrible. I hate liars and cheaters. I do too, Tweety Pie. Trust me, I hate liars and cheaters. Hate liars and cheaters. What's going on, Rango Show? How you doing? I see you. It's all good. What's going on, Macaroni 64? I see you. The Mac is in the building. It's all good. But you really ruin a person, you guys, when somebody lies to you and cheats on you, because you make them think twice about themselves. You make them feel like, well, you know what? maybe I'm not good in bed sexually. Maybe maybe I'm not as pretty as they kept telling me I was in my relationship, right? Maybe I'm not as pretty as that. So then now next time, what's going on, Natalie Taylor? I see you. What's going on, Toya Shinique in the building? I see you, sister. It's all good. Beautiful Jewel says, me too. She hates liars and cheaters too. I feel you, Beautiful Jewel. The most beautiful Jewel. It's all good. Tweety Pie says, then you feel less than, and it It disrupts you as an entire person, you guys. It tears you apart. You don't even know. So then after this relationship is over, because I lied to you and I cheated on you and I was dishonest with you the entire time, for the next relationship, when you go into it, you don't even know. You're nervous now. Your self-esteem is low. You're anxious, especially when it comes to sex. Because now that you got cheated on, you're like, damn, was I cheated on because I'm terrible in bed? So now for your next partner, the next time you're going to be with your new partner and you're going to be sexual, you're like, well, damn, I used to do these things to my partner, but were those things even the right things? Because I got cheated on. And even though in my last relationship, they told me that I was their best sexual partner, they were lying to me because they were cheating on me. So now, next time I'm in a sexual predicament with my new partner, should I do the same things? Do I have to rethink everything sexually? Should I try out new things? Should I try out things that I've never tried before? You know what I'm saying? Should I go back to the old things? Like you bring so many questions in somebody's life, and because you cheated on them, that you just ruined them. Like you make them not even want to know if they even want to go out on a date, because they're like, damn, do I even look good? Should I not date for a while and go to the gym for 6 months? Like, you know what I'm saying? You ruin them. Like, you ruin everything about them, you guys. You ruin everything about them. So being honest is so very important. So very important. I see you, beautiful Jewel. I see you for sure. Interstellar Traveler says, I've definitely experienced that before. I have too, Interstellar Traveler. It ruined my entire world. Let me tell you, ruined my entire world. Tweety Pie says, you're damaged and you don't trust no one. That's exactly what it is. You're damaged and you don't trust anybody. Beautiful Jewel says exactly. Robbie Joe says you become damaged goods by default. Absolutely correct. That's how it is. That's how it is, you guys. You question everything. You don't trust. It's like it's all. Honesty is so important, man. It might be the most important out of these characteristics that I'm listing here tonight. Robbie Joe also says, by seeking validation from the wrong person, you definitely become damaged goods, and by default, by seeking validation from the wrong person. That's absolutely right. And you and what's crazy is that you give your last partner so much control because you're doubting yourself and you feel so humiliated and your self-esteem goes down, so you give them control that they're affecting your life way after you've broken up with them. You've broken up with them, but because of how they did you, they've affected you and they've damaged you so much that they're affecting your relationship with the next 3 or 4 people, and you haven't even spoken to them anymore. It's like if me and you are together and I damage you, you might not have talked to me for years, but because of the way I damaged you, I'm still affecting you in your relationships years down the line, and I haven't even talked to you anymore. Isn't that crazy? That's how much you can really damage somebody because of lying to them and things like that. So honesty, man, is the most important thing. Definitely, honesty might be the most important thing out of these characteristics I'm giving you guys tonight. Tweety Pie says, yep, that's how I feel. Someone says that they love me. I wonder what they really want from me. Exactly. Absolutely right. Because you're damaged, man. Hey, we've all been there. Some of us are still there. And when you're there, man, it's hard to get around that. It's hard to get over that and around that. Interstellar Traveler says, I hate the term damaged goods. I understand damaged goods because it means first of all it's a negative connotation, damaged goods. But for lack of a better term, when you say that, everybody understands what you mean, right? So everybody understands when you say damaged goods what you mean. You could also say, a broken heart, right? It's just another way of saying a broken heart or a broken person, or you're broken inside, or you have a sense of instability within your dating life, your relationship life. You have instability. That's another way of saying it. So there's different ways of saying it. But as long as everybody understands, what we're talking about when we say those words, right? 23 says, I'm doing homework, LOL. But yes, it absolutely ruins you. 23, keep doing that homework, my brother. That's the most important thing, right? That is priority. Definitely, for sure. It definitely ruins your self-esteem, and that's definitely very, very important. Toya Shanique says that's exactly how I am. I understand, Toya Shanique. Like I said, man, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that. And like I said, many of us are there. Trust me, many of us are there. Many of us are there. Many of us have been there, and many of us are still currently there. And you can just take my word for that. I get all the DMs, inside of myself. I've been through pain also recently. So there's a lot of stuff that people go through. I mean, when you walk through, I might have said this on here before, but when you walk through, Robbie Joe says, get some water, broski. I know, Robbie Joe, but I can't leave y'all, man. I'm not going to leave y'all like that. It's all good. I'm not going to leave y'all. I'm going to work through it, man. You got to fight through it. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight through it, man. You got little back to normal. Here we go. I'm going to fight through it, man. You got to do what you got to do. Tweety Pie says, to be honest, it's made me evil. That's why I'm mean now. And I understand that, Tweety Pie. And that's why, that's why you really have to, first of all, like I said, Tweety Pie, the first thing is that you're self-aware, which is a good thing. I think that might have been the last one. I might have a couple more I have to do. Clear my throat with some water. Go get some water for a second. I know I should, right? I need to go get some water for a second, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna get through it. You guys. I'm gonna stop doing that. I know it's driving you crazy, but I'm gonna stop doing it. But it's all good. All right. Tweety Pie says, so for her to be mean right now. So like I was saying, Tweety Pie, first of all, it's good that you're self-aware. That's a good thing. Wisdom P says, I like the show. I appreciate that. And the second thing is, Tweety Pie, you just need to talk to your partner. Let them know how you are. Always let them know the damage you've been through. Let them know this is why I'm like this. This is why I view things in this way, and things like that. And then from there, they should, if they really care about you, they should help you to start to get through that. But you need to be open to that help. And you need to also seek out ways that you can improve yourself. Recognize the problems. recognize the situations, and then try to on your own. You can DM me. You can talk to me. Me, you who have spoken. So you can DM me. You can contact me, and we can work on ways to help you start to get around that. So that's the important part. But it's important that you yourself you realize that your self-realization is extremely important, and that's a beautiful thing that you have that you're doing that. So that's great. That's really good. Interstellar Traveler says, to me, when someone has called me damaged goods, it made me feel like I was a bad person. Yeah, that's why I said it has negative connotation when I confronted people about being mistreated. I understand Interstellar Traveler. That's why I said it has a negative connotation, but it's the same thing as a broken heart. It's the same thing as somebody has a broken heart. Then that broken heart, right? It's just that broken heart is like a term, people have been using for, hundreds of years, you know what I'm saying? But, beyond hundreds of years. But that term broken heart, it just means that, you're in a space in your heart and you're broken inside. And so that affects you with your future relationships, aka damaged goods. So you can say you have a broken heart. You can say that your relationship is your as far as relationships go, you have instability within your love life. You have instability. You can say that and things like that. So it just depends, just depends. Tweety Pie says, "Okay, you're right. It's all good. Thanks, love. Hey, I'm always here for you. I love you, my sister. You already know that." Interstellar Traveler says, honestly, I don't think it's a good idea to let new people know too much because then the people know how to throw it in your face when they're mad. I had an ex tell me that's why Y and Z happened to you. Yeah, so like if you tell people, all right, so it's a catch-22, right? Interstellar Travel and everybody out here. So if you meet somebody new and you tell them everything about yourself, and then later on, if they use that to be like, oh, well, now I see why your ex left you because you have this attitude problem because you're this or because you're that, right? And if you don't tell them, they can't say that. But this is the thing. I think it might be better to tell them, though, Interstellar Traveler, because if you tell them, first of all, you're being honest. And honesty to me is more important than them throwing it back in your face. Second of all, if they throw it back in your face, that's okay. If they're that type of person, the moment they do that, Interstellar Traveler, you know they're not for you. The moment they throw it back in your face, you're like, okay, we're done. And you never have to see them again. That's it. Like, we're done. Okay, we're done. You know what I mean? Like, this relationship is now coming to an end because now I see that. Because if they were good people, they would, from what you told them, and when they start to see it, like if you told me you were, like for example, my sister Tweety Pie earlier was like, I recognize that, I'm kind of spoiled and I'm kind of stubborn. Okay, so then if me and her get in a disagreement or a conversation and I start to see that side of her that's, kind of spoiled and kind of stubborn, if I'm a good person, if I'm the person she should be with, I'm not going to say, oh, now I see why so-and-so left you because you're spoiled and you're stubborn. I'm going to say, all right, babe, check it out. I understand you told me that you're spoiled and you're stubborn, but just look. Let's sit down and let's think about this. You shouldn't view what I said in this way because you're being stubborn about it. Because I didn't mean it in that way. I didn't say this, whatever we're arguing about. This is hypothetical, right? I didn't say this so that you could be upset and you could be upset with me, but I understand that's due to your stubbornness, but just let me reword it. And I want you to open up your mind and not think about it through like a stubborn lens because I didn't mean it in the way you're accepting it. Like it's coming out of my mouth, and when it left my brain and left my mouth, I meant it in a totally different way than you got it when it went in your ear and into your brain. I didn't mean it in the way you're accepting it. I can see it in your face. And so you need to tell them, though, Interstellar Traveler, in my opinion, everything from the very beginning so that they'll be able to recognize it. And if they throw it back in your face, they are not the person for you. You need to end that relationship right there because they are not mentally mature. Remember my number one thing, you guys? Maturity, mental maturity, emotional maturity. They are not mentally or emotionally or verbally mature to be with you. And so they're not an ideal partner. And so Travis says, I think we have to be careful when it talks about anything that about feeling damaged. I understand Interstellar Travel. I understand what you're saying. Definitely. But like I said, there's different terms you can use when it comes to that. But definitely, I think it's better to let them know. Honesty to me is the number one thing, right? Because you don't want to be closed off and then surprise them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're supposed to know. Like you can't expect them before you got on Interstellar Traveler. We spoke about this about openness. You can't expect them to know things about you, and then if they don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't like make them. They can't get into your mind and guess what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So you can't get upset when they don't know that they're saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing because you never told them what you wanted out of a relationship and what your the things that you didn't like what they were. My daughter's father did that. LOL, can't get rid of him fully. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You can't get rid of somebody fully when they're the father of your child, but you definitely can put a cap on the relationship, right? Especially when the child gets up like past a certain age. I don't understand when children are young, it might be harder to break up a relationship and things like that. That's a deeper conversation. You have to do more things differently when you're in a relationship with somebody that you're not getting along with like that, but the child is young. When the child becomes of age and moves out and things like that, then you just need to get out of that relationship if possible. So relationships are hard, boy. I know. I know. Relationships are definitely hard for sure. What is next? So next was that Tweety Pie, give me a yes with a purple heart. Emma says it's all about the mind state, bro. Definitely, it is definitely all about the mind state, man. That is absolutely true. Definitely all about the mind state, for sure. Robbie Joe says, preach. Interstellar Traveler says, what if you went through too many unfortunate events? So if you went through a lot of unfortunate events and therefore you have a broken heart, I'm not going to say you're damaged goods, but you have a broken heart, or you have instability when it comes to relationships because of the unfortunate events, you need to do one of two things, right? So you need to either attack those unfortunate events if you can, as far as like getting closure with those events, right? If it means that those events were with an ex, if you need to contact that ex, you know what I mean, and be like, look, have a conversation with them. If your ex or whoever, if you went through unfortunate events where somebody did something to you, if that person may not be around anymore, or they may have passed away, or that person's just not mentally mature to even accept a mature conversation and be honest about it, then you just need to start to work on yourself to find a way to get over it. You know what I'm saying? You need to find a way to get over it. They could look at you differently. Instead of Travis says, though you did nothing wrong. Yeah, they could look at you differently, but if they look at you differently, even though if you're with somebody that looks at you differently because of your past, even though you have done nothing wrong, then that's the person you should be with. You shouldn't be with a person like that because they are not mentally mature. They are not mature mentally, emotionally, at all. They're not mature. So that type of person you don't need to be with if they look at you like that. I broke up with my daughter's father when she was 12 months old. Well, look at you. Look at that. So you a lot of people can't do that. They don't have, it's not like, I wasn't going to say bravery, but they don't have, a lot of times financially, a lot of people can't do that. And just things like that. So for you to be able to do that, that shows that, man, you're a go-getter and that you were in a situation, man, where you really, you were brave in that situation and really allowed it to happen. 23 says, okay, actually, if you look at this, the way I look at this, the way Anti-Imperial does this every Sunday and Wednesday, gets on here and talks to everybody that comes on and talks to them and tells them how to keep their self-esteem or mental strength up. I tried, 23. My man Logan in the building, that's my brother right there. I tried, man. I tried to, and like if you guys notice, man, I never, you'll see people, especially like on social media and things like that. It's really weird. You'll see people, and even in life, and there's nothing wrong. I'm not knocking these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking these people or whatever. But there's and 23 says, how great of a man. God is amazing. God is definitely amazing. 23 Logan, you gonna make me cry, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, have you guys noticed? I haven't cleared my throat in a long time. I'm fighting through it. You guys notice? You see that? I told you I would stop. Now watch it start to come back. Now as soon as I said that, you guys know how it works in life. As soon as you say that, it's gonna start to come back like a million times over. But I'm fighting through it. My throat hurts right now. I feel it. It's like, boy, it's just this drive, boy. I feel it, boy. Every time I speak a word, I feel it. But it's all good. We're almost done here. We'll be done soon, and I'm gonna get through this, you guys. But hey, I stopped doing it. I stopped clearing my throat for y'all, fighting through it. I love y'all. But what I was gonna say, and I'll close on this, and we'll end next time. We'll finish up. But what I was gonna say was, Lyles Leonard smiled, and instead of Travis said 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. That's wild. But I'll close on this, and you'll see a lot of people, and like I said, I'm not knocking them, but a lot of people out there, people that do, like, you know, I'm not like a motivational speaker or anything like that. I just come here to try to educate people. Education is my number one key with everything in life. I just like people to be educated, and I just like to improve people's lives. Like, man, we only live one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you believe in, you know, if you believe in reincarnation. I mean, like, the physical body. I don't mean like spiritually, you know, after you're dead. But I mean like the physical body. Like, we're only here on this earth, like, one life, one time. Shout out to everybody who believes in reincarnation. I'm not disrespecting you, but I'm just saying this. We're here one life, one time. So I just want to give as many people as possible the just like the most days possible of happiness while we're here. That's it. So I just try to, you know, like, the more I can, like, try to explain to people, the more I can try to just, like, you know, help people out in their relationships and their lives, day to day, and things like that. 23 says, guys, he's really a motivational speaker. He just doesn't call himself that. I appreciate it, 23, but yeah, I don't look at myself as a motivational speaker. Instead of Travis says, I appreciate the conversation. Tweety Pie says, you should be a motivational speaker. You're awesome. And 23 says, he is great. Loudner with a thumbs up. I love all of you guys out there, man. But I would feel, let me tell you something. I would feel, and this is what I was going to say about, you know, on social media or things like that, or even, like, you know, in society. There's so many people that take care of Interstellar Travel. I see you. What's going on, boss lady? What's going on, beautiful? It's all good. Instead of Travel, I see you. I appreciate you, sister. Definitely. But there's so many people that, you know, they are, like, kind of quote unquote motivational speakers, and they go out and they have people come out and they charge them, you know, money and this. Like, I would feel so, like, kind of guilty, like, charging people money to speak to them. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I don't know, you guys. Like, I would just feel guilty, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a personal thing. Like, so it would be like, I would be talking to people, but, like, unlike, like, the way I talk to you guys, like, you can tell, like, I just really, I feel it. Like, I'm happy to be here. I love you guys. Like, I feel it inside. If I was to ever, like, you know, go to a convention and charge people to come see me and things like that, I just don't think, for me personally, I just don't think it would come out this way. You know what I mean? Because it, like, it's just in the back of my mind, I would just feel like it's just tainted. Like, it's just not, like, authentic and just not real. You know what I mean? So you know, man, I'll be here, man. I'll always do this for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be like, you know, and if you want more of this, you can buy my book. You know what I'm saying? I might write a book one day. I might do that, though. I should probably do that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can't help but sell a book. I mean, because, you know, when I go to a publishing company or get an editor and things like that, they're gonna charge me. They're gonna charge the book. So that I probably won't be able to help. But I'll probably do a book one day. But as far as, like, going out and doing, like, tours and doing, like, conventions where, like, I charge people, I don't think I could ever do that, because it just wouldn't be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, when things are for free and, like, you really feel them and you do them because you really love to do them, it's like it comes across realistic and really, like, just authentic. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, man, because I think, like, we just have that, all of us on here, we're just true to each other. And I think if money got involved, it would just feel dirty. Just get the dirt off. And Most lady says, I agree. I paid to see Ty Dolla $ign, such a waste of money, no personal interaction, just a picture and click, boom, over. It's all good. Yeah, when you pay to see somebody, it's like, it's just not good for me. You know what I'm saying? So Tweety Pie says you're doing it from your heart instead of money motivated. Exactly. Like I wouldn't be able to do this if I was charging money. I just wouldn't be able to do it. It just would not come across realistic. It would just be like, okay, the hour is almost over. Gotta go. Peace. I'd be in the middle of like a thought. I'd be like, so you need to really concentrate on yourself and ding! Oh, the hour is over. I gotta go. If you want me to continue, that will be another $30. Like it would be crazy. I feel ridiculous doing something like that, and I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I really wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. If I ever do it at a convention or something like that, I would do it for free. I would just do it for free. It'd be like first come, first serve. Once the convention is filled up, then they were like, standing room only, and they would close the door or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I would never charge. I'd never charge. Ever, ever, ever. I appreciate it, you guys. Tweety Pie, you're a wonderful man. Wisdom Peace, something neat. What's going on? It's all good. Boss Lady, your skin looks fantastic. Glowing as usual, gorgeous. Well, I'm just trying, Boss Lady. I try. But I'll never be as gorgeous as you. It's all good. Tweety Pie, like a therapist. I know, time is over. Boss Lady says, more like 2 minutes is over. the boy Nate, what's going on, Nate? It's all good. Tweety Pie, hours up now. Bye-bye. Hours up now. Bye. We're done here. On that thought, we are finished here. But, you guys are funny, man. Boss Lady says, I pay to meet you, though. Just saying. It's all good, Boss Lady. I'd never charge you. Never charge you. Oh, you paying cheese platters? It's all good. I'll take a cheese platter. You guys take care, man. Take care. I will see you guys next time. This is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. That is United States Eastern Time Zone. And every Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m. That is United States Eastern Time Zone. Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken about those things, meaning that we are straight to the point. We don't pull any punches, but we are always respectful, and that is my number one rule. If you are on here, always be respectful of each other. You guys always be respectful of the environment. You guys can agree, disagree, but just do it in the most respectful way possible, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Tweety Pie. I see you, Boss Lady. Stay blessed. God is good. Definitely. God is great, Boss Lady. God is definitely good, and love you, sister. I appreciate it. Emma, you too. Take care. You too, bro. Take care. Take care, sis. I see you. Lislin, I love your live videos, man. You're very up close and personal, but maybe you should be a motivational speaker. LOL. It's all good. We'll see what's up, Lislin. We'll see what's up. Wisdom says, okay. That boy Nate, thumbs up. I appreciate you coming in, Nate, to join us. I appreciate that. Morning Dream. Who's that? More Night Dreamer. What's up? What's going on? We're about to get out of here, but we appreciate you. Being able to join us before we can leave. More Night Dreamer. We appreciate that. Wisdom P. Follow up. Yeah. So Wisdom P. If you DM me, I think I saw you DM me while we were doing this. I'll get to that. And we'll talk, all right? It's all good. Take care, Nate. You guys, Dogg, Anti-Imperial to chill. Like I said, this is Diversity Outspoken Wednesdays and Sundays, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. Dogg, Anti-Imperial to chill. That is my artist name. Go to my Instagram, my IG bio page, and if you click that link, it's my latest video, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy that video. Make sure you guys go and look at that video. Otherwise, you guys, take care. Have a great week. I love you guys. Have a great night. Have a great morning wherever you guys are in the world. Take care, man. Peace. I love you guys more than anything, you guys. You guys take care, all right? Take care. Bye-bye. Peace. Bye. Peace. Bye-bye.